This is day 122 of Zohar al Pshat. And yesterday we came up with a big Kiddush, which I think is Karavel Emes, that Bara is, it ends with an Aleph, not with a Hey, is the Aramaic Bara, like Chevas Bara V'Ofe Shmaya, external, outside. And the term Bara can mean when you have something which was internal and externalized. Not just like we always say yesh me'ayin, which is part of it, something from nothing, but also something which was internal, like the nakuda, which was the original bria, which is externalized in Shem Elokim. Today we have another chiddush. In the meantime, we say that let's start from the fourth line from the bottom of Tez Vav and Alf, from the word Zohar again. Zohar Raza Da Bereishis Kadmoa the Kula Shmei Eke, the first name, which evidently was manifest in the Bria, in the Nakuda, before the Shem Elokim. I forget how I want to translate Nakuda, but in any event, the first concentrated point was the name with which Hashem himself builds himself to Moshe Rabbeinu the Sneh. He says Eya Asher Eya. I mean, it's pronounced usually Eke because it's even though it has another pronunciation, but it has actually the Shem Hashem. So there it says Akash Baruch is going to be with Am Yisrael. That's the way the Chazal say in other Golios, like he is in this Golus. And Moshe Rabbeinu said, let's not say that. Let's say it's not talking about the future Golios. Let's just talk about this one. So the point is, though, that all of the future and Hashem's relationship with the future, with history, because history at this point is all in the future, but it's going to progress over time, is in that name, Aleph Hey Yud Hey. So this is Shema Kadisha Glifa B'Sitroi. This is the holy name which is engraved in this in the side here, and the side the Sitroi. I think the Zohar Kodesh often means in the thing itself, not really in the side of it, but in the thing itself. There's a different version here. Indeed, Noher Begalfa Noher. It's an engraving which illuminates. Elokim Glifa Be'itra, and Elokim is engraved in the Itra, and the Itra evidently is, like we said yesterday, the outer manifestation, the Ateres, the crown of the thing. Asher Aleph Shin Reish with apostrophe. Hechola Tamir Veganis. Asher is a Hechol which is is a sanctuary which is hidden and concealed. Shriyusa, but it begins to be revealed to Raza the Bereishis in the secret of the word Bereishis, which is Asher Rosh. Asher and Rosh, the Nafik Bereishis. Now, Asher is a fascinating word. So I won't. I looked it up in the Rabbi Shalom Shafal Hirsch, the etymological dictionary. Asher in its primary definitions are progress, to progress, being in successful progress. That's in Bereishis Lamed, Bashri Kiyeshuni Banos, and that is with the birth of Leah giving the name to Asher, and walking straight forward from Tilim Yud Zayin, Tamoch Ashurim Magol Secha. And then he has many different additional meanings. But the point is that there is a fascinating thing here. Asher is to progress and move forward. Rosh is the beginning. So it's kind of like Rosh is static. It's the beginning of something. But then Asher is moving it forward. So Asher Rosh, the nothing in Bereishis, means there is this Rosh, this beginning, is something which is supposed to give us progress and move us forward. From the first word in the Torah, we're looking at progress. And that's very related to the word Aleph Hey Yud Hey. Right? I will be means I will continue to progress, continue to make progress. And at the same time, This is the beginning. This is the start of something which is going to progress over time. So, Asher Rosh nothing Bereishis. The initial, I would have preferred, to be honest, if we had said Rosh Asher, the beginning, which will then progress. But I think it's the same idea whether it's Asher Rosh or Rosh Asher. So the first steps. V'kat istaken, and when beside Nekuda, and when it's fixed after the initial Nekuda, ve'chola, and the first heichol, kichada, as one, kidein Bereishis, then it's called Bereishis, kolil reishasa ilah b'chachmasa, and it is included, and it's a manifestation, obviously, of the beginning of the Chachma, Bereishis Chachma Yiras Hashem, right? The beginning of Chachma, L'besar ischalev gvan ha'u'echola, and then that heichol becomes, changes colors. In other words, it becomes manifest in whatever way it becomes manifest. V'yikrei Bayis. Bayis Bereishis. In other words, the Chachma becomes permanent in this world. Like, we built for the house. The Bayis. Let's not read the parentheses here. Nekuda ilah ikre Rosh. The first Nekuda is called the Rosh. Kolil da beda, and it's linked with Asher and linked with the Bayis. So it's the head that makes progresses and becomes something permanent in this world. Kolil da beda, and this is all included, connect to each other. Bereishis. That's the word Bereishis. Kula kechada bichlola chada. It was all together. I'd love Yeshua Besa until it settled into the base. And came in these darali to the Yeshuva. Once it became planted, we mentioned planted yesterday, to fix the Yeshuv, to fix this world in its civilization, which will eventually develop. So, Kedain Ikre Elokim. Then it becomes Elokim. Kmira Stima. It's hidden and concealed. But, relatively speaking, it's revealed. In other words, yes, we're still at the beginning, and things are very highly concealed, but already they're developing. So, from the first Zera comes which is the name, Aleph Hey Yud Hey, comes the Sofei, the table said yesterday, the Pei, the Hey, the Yud, and the Hey. I'm sorry, the Pei, the Aleph, the Yud, the Dalet, and the Hey, which are the Sofei tables. If you spell out Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey, you get the Elokim, and that is then it becomes the source of progress to proceed further. The Rosh, which becomes Asher. And then it becomes a Bayis, it becomes Kavua in this world, still in a highly abstract and hidden way. But we're on the road. I don't know, on the road, we're in the house. But we're on the road, in other words, things are starting to develop. It becomes a permanence. At first it was evidently just something which is potential. Now, in the word Bereishis, the Rosh Asher becomes a Bayis. Okay, amazing stuff. We'll see what happens next. In the meantime, we're up to the first word Zohar on page Testimony Base.